Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Nakak Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and sincerity, the hopeful elect, tabernacle of David, the Aquat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000, the one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yashuan. In this little lesson is going to go into bread and circuses. Okay, so I suppose that we should probably get that. This is live. Let's see what this is.
Ready.
Okay, so this is football day. This is bread and circuses on steroids. Let's see what's going on.
Can cover man-to-man. They can get pressure with their front four. They are the most complete defense that the 49ers have played in the playoffs. But the weird thing about this team is it seems like when they get stopped, they stop themselves. We've seen them sputter against defenses that were not very good. Now, they eventually figured it out against the Lions and the Packers, but it's almost like the other defense doesn't matter. Something needs to click in the head of Kyle Shanahan, and once he sort of cracks the code, they can score on 5 straight possessions like they did against the Lions in the NFC Championship game. So even though the Chiefs have a good defense, I think if Kyle Shanahan can crack the code, they'll move the ball against anybody.
Rob, real quick, before we have to go, what is a prediction of the score, if you'll be so bold as to give me one?
Oh, I don't think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I think it could be something like 49ers 20-17 or 24-20, something in that range. But I think the 49ers are going to win. They have the better offense. They have a strong defense. I just think that this time around it's going to be different for the 49ers, and we are going to be celebrating later tonight.
So they got the Cowboys and the Indians, huh? All right, so let's look up. Let us look up what they call bread and circuses. Get a definition. Okay. Okay, so bread and circuses, right? A diet of entertainment or political policies on which the masses are fed, right, to keep them happy and docile. Okay. Bread and circuses, or bread and games, from Latin panem et circenses, is a metonymic phrase referring to superficial appeasement. Okay. Bread and circuses definition and usage: something as extravagant entertainment, which is the Super Bowl, offered as an expedient means of pacifying discontent or diverting attention from a source of grievance. Okay, so this is what an expedient means of pacifying discontent or diverting attention from a source of grievance. Okay, now that we have that, right, then we got this guy. Shortages, riots, and blackouts soon. Food shortage updates 6 hours ago. All right, the Steve Poplar report. So, what is bread and circuses distracting you from? Food shortages, blackouts that are coming, riots that are coming, supply chain. Okay, the real world. People are out already drinking beer right now, getting ready for a game, and then you're going to have that all-day buzz. You're going to wake up tomorrow, go right back to work, right? And they fully distracted you from the war, World War III, all the things, right, that they don't want you to focus on. So let's get this. Micah, is it Micah? Hosea 7. Hosea 7:3. We're going to get it in the NLT, I believe. Come on now. Any one of them. Let's go. Okay, let's go to NLT. Let's just read from the top. Let's see. You know what? I want to get it in the NIV, I believe. All right, let's read it. Hosea 7:1, whenever I would heal Israel, the sins from Ephraim are exposed, and the crimes of Samaria revealed. They practice deceit, thieves break into houses, bandits rob in the streets, but they do not realize that I remember all their evil deeds. Their sins engulf them, they are always before me. Here's the point. They delight their king with their wickedness, the princes with their lies. Let's look at that a little closer. They entertain the king. See that? Entertainment. They entertain the king with their wickedness, and the princes laugh at their lies, so they're being distracted. Okay? By their evil, they make the king glad, and their princes by their treachery. The people entertain. This is the bread and circuses. Look up bread and circuses in the scriptures. Okay? The Lord says people deceive the king. That's entertain. Entertainment. You think that game is real? Or they already have the winner already picked out. Okay? They deceive the king. It's a deception. Bread and circuses. What are they doing? They're distracting you, distracting your attention. Okay? They make the king glad with their wickedness. Right? The people entertain the king with their wickedness. It's pretty straightforward. That's bread and circuses. So as this is going on, you got real meathead football lovers, right? I don't even know who's
Your
playing.
mouth to God's ears. Rob Guerrera, thank you so much. So you can find Rob and his entire team on the Gold Standard podcast. I'm sure they'll have plenty to say after the game tonight. Rob, thanks again.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so this is the big day of distraction, right? And what are they distracting from? Let's let Steve Poplar tell it. Take it away, Steve.
Suspicious banking activities not just in the United States, but a warning coming from Italy. We have more warnings from sheriffs as well as other people with access to FEMA notices being warned that there are potential for civil unrest and blackouts in the near future. And this is according to the federal government, friends. And shortages of milk and eggs. We also have reports on more games by stores with empty shelves covering it up.
But you wouldn't know it on bread and circuses days, right? They got their beer and they drink and party favors and snacks, right? Everybody went to the Mexican food store and ordered the platter, right? You got the nachos and you ready for the game, right? So nobody understands that there's a shortage. Nobody is thinking about the fact that we're at war on about 4 fronts and don't have firepower to sustain that damn thing.
Are your food shortage updates. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and you guys share the information that you're seeing out there and your boots on the ground information, and we get that out to everybody else. Please do keep your reports coming in. Use the word update on a comment anywhere on this channel, on any of the videos on this channel, and that gets it to the right place. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing here. Before we dive in, let's thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They do a fantastic job helping people get out of stocks and bonds and other risky things in their retirement portfolios. If you have a retirement portfolio and you want to get into gold, silver, or platinum, or something safer like that, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team about what that would look like for a part or all of your retirement account. All right, so there'll be a link at the end of the video if you want to find out more about that. This is from a gentleman that asked for their name to be withheld. I work for a law enforcement agency in the Texas Panhandle, and my father is an elected official in another county. We have both received notices from FEMA and the governor's office stating to plan for blackouts.
Guys, do not.
To plan for blackouts. Okay, what does that mean, especially in Texas?
And possible civil unrest this year. They were intentionally vague with their notice, but it was still unsettling. We'll follow up if I hear anything else. So if you're part of a law enforcement agency, you're supposed to be preparing for blackouts and for civil unrest. Friends, I'm going to go out on a limb here and suggest that all citizens should be preparing for blackouts and civil unrest.
But are they telling you that today? No, they're telling you, sit your ass down in the chair and enjoy this game that's already rigged and pre-won. You're going to bring up all these old guys from yesteryear, all used and abused, and spend up all your money, right? It's funny. Look at this. And then the halftime show. Who's this? Ursher. Bread and circus. Can you dig it? All right? It's all bread and circus.
I'm really a product of my belief. I'm a product of belief.
I'm a product of Puff Daddy. Now bend over, boy, and grab the Frosted Flakes, right?
That I could come to this city and I could do something amazing. And it's happened. And I ain't done here. I'm going to continue to keep going.
Just like, what's that thing you got? Herpes keeps going and going.
Past, present, future is my tour. And I plan on now sharing a bit.
Sharing them herpes with fat women.
This energy that I created here with the rest of the world.
Looking forward to it. And once you get off that halftime show stage, we have
Look at that witch ass nigga.
your album.
What is he wearing?
Album number 9.
He was wearing a dress the other day. Look at that dude. He's a witch.
Coming home. How does it also feel then to step off and be able to share this new body of work? And also there's some really nice, the city of Atlanta is going to be going crazy when you're performing. There's also some beautiful moments. A lot of artists from Atlanta even featured on the project. So what is that like for you?
I mean, it wasn't easy to do.
What is that nigga wearing?
Vegas to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I took that.
That's some Hunger Games shit right there. You tell me that ain't the Hunger Games.
B and turn it upside down. You know what I'm saying? Or either took the A and turned it to a V.
That did.
But,
that's some Hunger Games.
That was, the influence that Atlanta has had on me, so much so that I collected everything that I experienced, I benefited from in Atlanta, and brought that culture.
You're a demon. Anyway, so this is what they're gonna cast spells, right? Stand now with thine enchantment. This is a big, it's a wicked ass holiday, right? What are they really celebrating? The superb owl, right? Superb owl. What we do in the shadows, the superb owl, right? What is the superb owl? Well, the superb owl makes swift Super Bowl predictions. Swift, huh? Taylor Swift. The superb owl. The Taylor Swift superb owl is today. What is the superb owl? Well, understand.
Time or something like that. So there's been a lot of them.
This is about witchcraft, okay? Let's listen to see what.
All right, everyone. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. The superb owl, the great occult American ritual, is being held for, I don't know, the 57th time or something like that.
Come on.
I will admit that I do enjoy watching the Super Bowl. Not really because of the sports, because I'm not interested in sports ball. I have a feeling that a lot of it's scripted anyway, like, the last game with some of its calls. But I mean, anything can and does happen. So, like, I'm just hoping that crazy shit happens at the Super Bowl. And then you get the ads. It used to be back in the old days, the big thing people look for: what is Budweiser going to trot out this year at the Super Bowl?
More witchcraft. Okay, this whole thing is a ritual.
A feeling this year it'll be self-deprecation more than anything else. I guess they're gonna have some rednecky bullshit going on. We realized that y'all didn't like our Dylan Mulvaney thing, and so here's Garth Brooks, sponsor of Bud Light or something like that. It'd be hilarious. But really, this Super Bowl, other than the occult mimetic side of it, and I actually wrote a booklet on the subject of football occultism.
This right here is football occultism. You got the Ouroboros right here. This whole Jerry Garcia thing, whatever the hell is going on. Look at this guy. Okay, so this is a distraction. This is bread and circus, right? Even for those not watching a football game.
Years ago. And you can check that out. It's on my books blog under My Works, WordPress or Blogspot, by the way. I'm going to try to make a Substack that's more categorical, but it's going to take me a lot of time because I started that project like I...
What does this mean? Is that a lightning bolt right there? This dude is super demonic. Look. Ouroboros, crescent moon, skeleton eating its snake eating its tail. Crazy. Just demonic. Completely.
That I wanted to do for months and realized how much there was actually there to collate and organize. And then I said, shit, and by shit I mean fuck. That's going to take a long time, so maybe that's like a long-term project sort of thing. And it's basically going to be the Taylor Swift Super Bowl. For both better and for worse. Now, disclaimer here, some of you probably listen to Taylor
Swift is a witch that performs coven rituals openly on her stage at a concert. Openly. Witch covens, circles, and it's crazy the way things are today.
And like her. I don't have a problem with Taylor Swift. I don't care if she weighs in on politics because I'm not a hypocrite because I do that for a living. And if I were to make like music or something, it's not like I'm stepping out of my lane. It's I decided to express myself in that artistic form.
Okay, so it's all demonic distraction. It's all a ritual, right? Stand down with thine enchantments. And we'll cut it short on this. Isaiah 47, and let's see, we'll start. At 47 and 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. What do you mean? We see you. Okay, we see the Ouroboros. We know what these things. I saw Lucifer fall like lightning from heaven. Right? We understand what these things mean now. You John Lennon's and whoever that is. Started with Little Richard. Is that Richard? Anyway, yeah, it's all demonic, right? So, where were we? Isaiah. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, None seeth me. We see right through you. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. You think you're the Most High. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Let's go back to this guy real quick. Okay. What is he doing? He's warning. I'm warning you. All right.
Suspicious banking activities not just in the United States, but a warning coming from Italy.
A warning. Okay. We're going to end on the warning. All right. What are we commanded to do? Ezekiel 3:17. My son, Salakia, son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Hey, wake up. All right. Yeah, you can watch the Super Bowl, but know that there's nothing but demons involved in this bread and circus. Away from what? About things that are important, things that are happening right under your nose. I'm sure there's some bills being passed right now, right? Shortages, riots, blackouts soon, food shortages. Are you thinking about any of that, or did you just get enough food for the game today? All right. So with that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and sisters. Bread and Circus Day. That's all. Be aware. There's your warning. We hope the elect will edify you, brothers and sisters. With that, shalom.